Coming up on AgweekTV, the country's biggest organic co-op launches a big carbon capture project that benefits its farmers. We'll meet a young cattle breeder as part of our Young Farmer and Ranchers series.
Take you to the National Pheasant Fest and Quail Classic to learn about a new CRP general sign-up period.
And a popular Minnesota creamery known for its cheese is starting to distill spirits from milk. Welcome to AgweekTV. I'm Emily Beal. The country's biggest cooperative of organic farmers is taking a big step towards sustainability of its farms. Organic Valley is paying farmers for taking part in its new carbon insetting program. In this week's AgWeek cover story, we visit a Wisconsin farm that's the first to take part in the program.
Things have to change if we're going to keep, surviving on these farms.
The Gredebeck farm in the Coon Creek watershed in western Wisconsin is the first to receive a payment from Organic Valley's carbon insetting program.
Come on, girls!
Tucker Gredebeck and his wife Becky milk a herd of grass-fed cows for Organic Valley. In 2022, they planted 1,100 trees as part of the carbon program. They will also provide flood resilience on their land and shade for the cows.
I get shade out of it. We're putting carbon in. The money that Organic Valley, with the carbon credits, help put up fencing around them.
Organic Valley got a $25 million Climate Smart grant from the USDA to help pay for the insetting program for its 500 member farms. Organic Valley pays farmers for each ton of carbon kept out of the air.
It's amazing. It's so cool to see what Tucker has been doing to the farm. He's always been really smart with how he farms and just learns a lot from what he has learned. And so it's just been amazing to see all the trees behind me, even that's just, it's wild. I can't wait until they're a little bit bigger. Organic
Valley plans to be carbon neutral by 2050.
The best time to plant a tree is yesterday, or right now.
You can read more in the next AgWeek magazine or at agweek.com. Regenerative has become a buzzword in the industry the past few years, and that's no different in organic farming. But some organic practices can have a negative impact on soil health. The Regenerative Organic Certified is an add-on certification that focuses on building an operation focused on the well-being of the environment.
I've really seen how some organic practices can dilute the soil or damage the soil because they aren't using the proper soil building practices. So under the USDA National Organic Program, there's really not strong enforcement of soil building. And so with the regenerative piece of it, it really focuses on regenerating using soil building practices and plant health building practices to really benefit the whole, concept of farming organic.
Jackson's is one of 2 operations in South Dakota that are Regenerative Organic Certified. There are some changes coming to the Conservation Reserve Program. CRP allows landowners to make the most of their ground. Now, new landowners will have the chance to enroll in the program.
During the National Pheasant Fest and Quail Classic in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the USDA Farm Service Agency announced a new general sign-up period for CRP, running from now until March 29th.
And we've got about 2.4 million acres under the cap to fill, but that's made up of continuous sign-up, which was announced last month, general sign-up, which will run now through the end of March, and then a forthcoming grasslands enrollment.
The CRP program lets farmers and ranchers have options for their land production. For example, taking marginal land out of production so farmers can focus on better land.
It lets them use that other land that they're not doing customary production on for another income stream. They get a rental payment and get some incentive payments to do conservation measures on that land.
CRP is a critical program in South Dakota, but every county has a 25% limit, and there are limits to the amount of land a producer can have enrolled.
Now it's a critically important conservation program, and to take these marginal lands that maybe shouldn't be in production to improve water quality, wildlife habitat, there's a huge benefit here to the American public and to producers as well.
Now there are more options for grasslands being used in the program.
That's important because oftentimes there's a tension between production and conservation. One of the things that we're really trying to emphasize in this administration is that they can really go hand in hand.
On the grassland CRP side, producers could take advantage of a grazing management system and a grazing management plan.
They will have the opportunity to realize a rental income while they do grazing management systems that enhance soil health, which will improve productivity of the land to improve their bottom line in the long run.
If you are interested in getting land enrolled in CRP, go to your local Farm Service Agency office, or you can find more information on the FSA website. Up next on AgweekTV, he's just 23, but he's already an experienced cattle breeder as our Young Farmer and Rancher series continues.
There's no easy button, no guarantees, or promises of a good year. This is farming. It's unpredictable and demanding, with long days and sometimes stressful nights. It's weathering the storms and coming out successful. Farming isn't for everyone. We thank those who make it their life, because it is for everyone.
It was October 1st, 2009. We needed some machinery for the farm. We decided to see if we could become a dealer, and that's kind of grown into what it's been today.
We offer basically anything short line. Seed tenders, fertilizer spreaders, sprayers. We can really set ourselves apart by the knowledge we have in those things, by the amount of units we have on hand at all times.
I just have a passion for helping people, getting to know people. It just becomes a lot of fun.
Dream of owning North Dakota farmland? People's Company and RE/MAX Now offer over 2,000 acres in Williams County through an online-only auction, March 18th through 21st, featuring cropland and pastureland in tracts from 40 to 240 acres, located in Mont, Bone Trail, and Cow Creek. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance. Register and bid online at peoplescompany.com. That's peoplescompany.com. Your legacy starts here.
A farmer's work is never done. You're not just planting a seed or harvesting a crop, you're growing a legacy. When you're up before dawn and out long past dusk, you need a banker who will work with your schedule, not the other way around. At Choice, we do banking differently, giving farmers like you time back to focus on what really matters. Choice Bank, top North Dakota Ag Bank for 10 years running, and always people first.
AgWeek's Young Farmer and Rancher series is brought to you by Bremer Bank.
A young South Dakota rancher is getting an early start in the seed stock business. We meet Luke Hennebold as part of our Young Farmer and Rancher series.
Ever since I was little, I've been interested in just the genetic side of things.
At just 23 years old, Luke Hennebold is a fifth-generation rancher and first-generation seed stock producer near Winter, South Dakota. Hennebold's family has been raising Herefords since the early 1900s, and his love for the breed started early.
Ever since I was younger, I'd always been interested in the genomic side of things and kind of what happened to the calves afterwards, because we just didn't have the data on that selling right off the cow, and that's what always interested me when I was younger and going to all the sales with Dad.
Hennebold bought his first registered bred heifers when he was 14. He raises both horned and polled Herefords, and he says there are many things he appreciates about the breed.
Number one is docility. There's kind of a lot of things that they're really easy to work with. If you go back the last 10 years, the carcass side of the calves been really pushed, the feed efficiency and stuff like that. And I guess I'd put the Hereford cattle up against the best of them.
Despite some tough times in the cattle industry, Luke says he's optimistic about the future.
Keep growing the cow herd. Keep selling more bulls, I guess. I won't sacrifice the quality for quantity. I know the cow market's up, but you just want a good reputation name, I guess, especially starting off.
Luke says getting started in the seed stock business has been hard, but very rewarding, and he advises anyone to follow their dreams.
Don't be afraid to do something different, I guess. If an opportunity knocks, take it.
In Winter, South Dakota, this is Kennedy Tesh for AgWeek.
Luke started out selling most of his cattle by private treaty, but he switched to auctions in 2023. His next auction is coming up on March 22nd at Winter Livestock. Minnesota's Redhead Creamery has won international awards for its cheese, but now they're adding some spirits to their business. The creamery is entering the world of distilled spirits. Redhead Creamery turns their own milk into artisan cheeses. Now they're adding an on-site distillery using milk from those same cows. Lucas and Elise Sostrom run the creamery with their parents Linda and Jerry Jennison, who own the dairy. Lucas says this may be the only place in the world that's raising and milking cows, making cheese, and then distilling the whey.
This is a whole new product, a whole new set of customers, and people were already having beer and wine at our place. So we thought, what can we make to capture that more of that revenue for ourselves? So those are probably the two main reasons. And then third, it's just fun.
They hope to be brewing by mid-March and be selling spirits by early summer. The farm also has a cheese shop, tasting room, and creamery. To find out more or request a tour, go to redheadcreamery.com. It takes a lot of water to grow crops. Many farmers irrigate from aquifers, and some people are concerned that's taking too much water from them. But members of the Irrigators Association of Minnesota say studies show farm use is not affecting aquifer levels in some of the areas where irrigation concentration is high. At their recent convention, Association President Jake Wildman said they want the public to know they're using the latest technology to use water wisely. He says data from the DNR and other sources shows the state's aquifers are in generally good health.
We have actually found some areas that over 30 years the trend is up, the groundwater level trend is up, and a lot of them are flat, and they're not going down.
Despite the positive data, the DNR warns aquifers respond slowly to changes in climate patterns, but fairly quickly to pumping. They encourage each region of the state to examine water use closely to ensure the continued use is sustainable. Ahead on AgweekTV, NDSU's meat judging team shows off their skills.
Do you have nutrient deficiency issues? We can help. Let's talk.
Attention farmers, increase your revenue and prevent compaction from squeezing your profits with PTG's Central Tire Inflation System, now offered at OK Tire and Service, all controlled from the tips of your fingers, ensuring increased yield and improved fuel economy by adjusting your tire pressure within minutes. You are ensuring the best performance from your tractor on the field and off the field, compatible with any radial tire. Call the OK Tire team today or visit oktireinc.com to learn more.
Farming is more than a career. It's a lifestyle, a calling, and a badge of honor. That's why it's important to have a banking partner who doesn't just understand the farming industry, they understand your farm. At Bremer Bank, we've spent more than 80 years working side by side with farmers like you to help you invest in and grow your operation. Season after season, from one generation to the next.
Built in North Dakota and delivered across the Midwest, every Pinky home is a custom home, designed for your family, built by ours. And with our on-site lumberyard and generations of experience, we can help build the home of your dreams without breaking your budget. Build something that lasts. Build with Pinky Homes. Get to know us and see all of your customization options at pinkyhomes.com.
When it comes to grain storage and handling solutions, one call does it all. Gateway Building Systems is one of the largest Brock bin dealers in the U.S. Our expert team is dedicated to creating a customized plan for your future success. Expanding your operation has never been easier with our range of Brock solid bins, grain dryers, conveyors, and more. As your trusted partner, we are committed to serving the needs of farmers. Take the first step toward success and call Gateway Building Systems today.
You got salty soils? We can help. Let's talk. AgWeek Weather is sponsored by Bremer Bank. Connect with a banker today at bremer.com.
What will the weather have in store in the upcoming weeks? Here's John with our AgriWeather Outlook.
AgWeek weather now as we take it right on through the mid part of March, and it's still typical March weather, not only in the northern plains, upper Midwest, southern Canada, but really throughout the United States. It's an active weather pattern that brings a good chance for strong thunderstorms in the south, and sometimes those build up into the Midwest when the weather pattern is right. And further to the north, the winter snowstorms now introduce the option of rain and snow. Let's take a look at where those storms are likely to be. The main polar jet stream troughing in the west coast region, bit of reaching through the Midwest and then troughing over the east coast, but it's not a terribly strong jet stream, so it's not attaching itself to any late season Arctic air at the moment. In fact, it's allowing for some very mild weather to come northward into the central plains, with temperatures in the orange indicating a lot of weather as warm as the 70s. Now, this week will be a little transitional in the northern plains. We're not going to see a big push of cold weather, but there's snow on the ground in some parts of these areas up into southern Canada, and that makes for a pretty sharp temperature contrast. There will be a chance for some weather coming up in this, but it looks like this branch of the jet stream this week will be relatively weak and not yield any heavy precipitation, but where the southern subtropical jet stream and the polar jet stream get their acts together, there could be some heavier weather down here in the south and in the mid-south and up into the northeastern states. And the West Coast will continue to have some chances of precipitation. As we go on through the week, the pattern looks like it will deliver a little bit of chillier weather into the northern plains and Great Lakes. Nothing really terribly cold, though, just a bit of a transition there. Then as we move ahead into the middle of the month of March, the St. Patrick's Day weekend and afterwards, it looks like there will again be a little bit of troughing here into the northeastern states that'll pull down a little bit of cold weather mid-month, and this could potentially set up a track that could yield some Alberta clippers that might yield some narrow swaths of rain and snow into some areas of the northern plains. For this coming week, March 10th through 16th, looks like we'll see one storm system or two along the eastern seaboard with rain and storms south and snow in the north. Looks like toward the end of the period, an area of thunderstorms will start forming over Texas. And out in the west coast, the rains won't likely make it all the way down to San Diego, but a lot of California and the Sierras and the Pacific Northwest in line for more precipitation. Now, moving ahead to the second week, obviously a little iffier part of the forecast, but I would anticipate the eastern fourth or third of the country will continue to be stormy, and this could be some of those Alberta clippers, probably not heavy snow, but definitely some impactful systems in the northern plains.
Dream of owning North Dakota farmland? People's Company and RE/MAX Now offer over 2,000 acres in Williams County through an online-only auction, March 18th through 21st, featuring cropland and pastureland in tracts from 40 to 240 acres, located in Mont, Bone Trail, and Cow Creek. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance. Register and bid online at peoplescompany.com. That's peoplescompany.com. Your legacy starts here.
Spray Advantage is a full-line, full-service dealer with everything you need for fertilizer and chemical applications, like electronics from Microtrack and Raven, pumps by Banjo and John Blue, a full line of poly parts, tanks, and spray tips. We support the equipment we sell with factory-trained service technicians and a well-stocked parts department. It's our commitment to offer you quality products at competitive prices with the best financing options available. Spray Advantage, proudly serving North Dakota and Minnesota.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, free single healthcare, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of your uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
Stop by the Erickson Custom Operations booth during the International Sugar Beet Institute show at the Alara Center. AquaYield reps will be there to discuss proven nano-liquid technology, and Calcine reps will be on hand to walk through your saline soil issues. That's March 13th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and March 14th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the International Sugar Beet Institute Show, Booth 88.
A farmer's work is never done. You're not just planting a seed or harvesting a crop. You're growing a legacy. When you're up before dawn and out long past dusk, you need a banker who will work with your schedule, not the other way around. At Choice, we do banking differently, giving farmers like you time back to focus on what really matters. Choice Bank, top North Dakota ag bank for 10 years running, and always people first.
North Dakota State University's meat judging team has kicked off their season. I visited with some of the members of the team to get an inside look at what being part of the team entails.
Did meat judging. Fell in love with how black and white meat judging is. There's a right, there's a wrong, and found a lot of success in meat judging.
Erin Byer's success in meat judging is what led her to coach the NDSU meat judging team. Byer attended Texas Tech University, where she first earned her bachelor's in food science and master's in animal science. The meat judging contests are intense. The individuals judge 15 carcasses and must figure out their USDA quality grade, like prime, select, or choice. They specify cuts, write their reasons behind their answers, and much more. A single practice for the team lasts between 6 to 8 hours to make sure they're prepared.
So meat judging contest is about an 8-hour contest. They're very intense. This first one, we went to a meat plant for like a week, and then we went to multiple different meat plants and just constantly judging and repetitiveness about the same things throughout the meat contest.
Wendy Jacobson is a sophomore studying animal science and grew up on a ranch in Noonan, North Dakota. She thinks that meat judging has given her some lifelong skills.
Great knowledge to have for the future because you can hold on to it forever.
I had competed in high school for about 4 years and I absolutely loved it. Coming back to NDSU, I knew that I wanted to have somewhat of an agricultural club or extracurricular that I wanted to continue in.
Amy Volk grew up on a ranch near Rugby, North Dakota. She's a sophomore at NDSU studying statistics.
Even though I am not currently in an agricultural major, I do think it will be beneficial for me to have some sort of meat science background. It's really nice to be able to use it and apply it to my real life.
In January, the team attended the National Western Meat Judging Contest in Colorado and placed in the top 5 within a division. We have an impressive update on a woman who was part of our Follow a Farmer series in 2023. Christy Heckathorn, owner of Flourish Flower Farm in Elk Point, South Dakota, was named the 2023 South Dakota Specialty Crop Producer of the Year by the South Dakota Specialty Producers Association. Building relationships with the community is an important aspect to specialty growing. Each year, the public votes on the award.
It's really nice to just be recognized for hard work. And I know a lot of people work hard and are never recognized in that way for it, but it was nice to just have a little recognition for that.
Each summer, the Flower Farm offers you pick events and fly-in flower picking. This year, Heckathorn is hoping to add a farm-to-table dinner to get more visitors to the farm. Other nominees for the Specialty Crop Producer of the Year award include Alan Carter of Black Hills Mushrooms and Rodney Peachy of Prairie Lane Farm. Up next on AgweekTV, 2 small schools join forces to share an FFA chapter.
For home delivery of AgWeek, log on to agweek.com or call 800-811-2580.
At Vatterstad, we're partnering with North American farmers to create the perfect emergence. We're doing this with new and innovative tillage, planting, and seeding solutions, optimized for the field conditions that you face, and with industry-leading capacities to help you get the job done in short windows of time. so you can maximize yields. Vatterstad, we look forward to growing together.
Looking to add non-GMO conventional and organic soybeans to your rotation this year? Soyco International out of Gary, Minnesota is looking for new farmer contracts for the 2023 season. They have proven marketing strategies, partnered with local agronomy expertise to work alongside and provide the certified seeds needed for their contract growers. Soyco International is offering premium prices to boost your operations' bottom line. Reach out to Sean Young today at 218-350-3863 to answer any questions.
Farming is more than a career. It's a lifestyle, a calling, and a badge of honor. That's why it's important to have a banking partner who doesn't just understand the farming industry, they understand your farm. At Bremer Bank, we've spent more than 80 years working side by side with farmers like you to help you invest in and grow your operation. Season after season, from one generation to the next.
There's no easy button, no guarantees, or promises of a good year. This is farming. It's unpredictable and demanding, with long days and sometimes stressful nights. It's weathering the storms and coming out successful. Farming isn't for everyone. We thank those who make it their life, because it is for everyone.
It was October 1st, 2009. We needed some machinery for the farm. We decided to see if we could become a dealer, and that's kind of grown into what it's been today.
We offer basically anything short line. Seed tenders, fertilizer spreaders, sprayers. We can really set ourselves apart by the knowledge we have in those things, by the amount of units we have on hand at all times.
I just have a passion for helping people, getting to know people. It just becomes a lot of fun.
2 small South Dakota schools are joining forces to provide an ag program and FFA chapter for their students. Gregory and Brooke are just a few miles apart and have always been rival in sports and other activities. But now some kids are working as an FFA team together. Ag teacher and FFA advisor Molly Andrews says starting this program means a lot to her because it wasn't available to her when she was growing up. And she feels like she missed out on a lot. And she says she loves to see former rivals working together to achieve their goals.
These kids want this, and that's probably why this works as well as it does. We're a rural community. It's shocking to me that we never had a program like this, but to see these kids that want to be a part of it and step into it has just been really awesome.
Member Avery Zeisler says even students who aren't planning a career in ag can benefit from the program.
I love seeing the success and seeing the growth, even in myself. Like, I remember as freshman year, I was nervous and timid, but now I can go talk to about a stranger and just talk their ear off. They probably don't like it, but yeah.
The Gregory County FFA chartered in the spring of 2021. We appreciate you watching AgweekTV. Remember to check us out daily on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to keep up on all your ag news. Have a wonderful week, everyone.